even with these portable boards, anything more than a couple 100-meter walk is a bit brutal on the old shoulders. So once you find out your maximum range, stick to that, don't try and push it. Alright, welcome back to the channel. We got the Tynee board mini with the 90mm stock wheels on today. So these ones have a 78A geometer. So they're a little bit harder than, well, it's a harder ride than the Cloudwheels, but we should be hoping for some extra range. So I'm on the Samsung battery today, which is rated for 19 kilometers or 12 miles. On the Cloudwheels, we got 13.4 kilometers, riding at a pretty decent speed. So Tynee board are pretty upfront on their website where those ratings come from. So that's using a 65 kilo rider, riding at 25 kilometers an hour, and mostly on a flat surface as well. So we'll be expecting to see less than that, but more than what we got in our cloud test. So interested to see how this goes and how much of a difference it will make. Those are the two options you can get when buying the board. So I think there'll be a few people interested to see what the differences are and what the compromises are. I'll check in as we go. And just for reference, I'm on speed mode 3 at the moment. I'm not looking to go any faster than this on this ride, but it's a steady 30 kilometers an hour. So really comfortable actually on this board, cannot complain. Feels really safe too. First check-in, we've already dropped down a bar at 2.1 Ks. We actually dropped down even sooner than that on the first test with the Cloudwheels on. So at least seems to be not a once-off, which is good that it doesn't blow out the range test in comparison. I'll check in as the next one goes down. Hopefully it's not after another 2 kilometers only. Now, without trying the other battery that you can get with this board, it's not a whole lot more expensive. I think $50 for quite a bit more capacity and range. I would still go the smaller battery for the simple fact it's a Samsung one, so at least you know what you're going to get over a long period of time. Furthermore, you're charging these things in your house or your garage. I don't want to take a risk personally if I have the option over a brand I don't know. Super comfortable carve on this board with this deck. It has that slight concave to it and you do feel super locked in. I'm always a bit sketchy with short boards, but yeah, I don't have a problem with this one at all. Definitely if you're doing a bit of carving as opposed to the Cloudwheels as well, that extra height when you go up to the bigger wheels really does give you a feeling that you are sitting higher, and the shorter board really highlights that fact. So I think that's something to be wary of It's not necessarily a bad idea to start on the smaller wheels, and when you get a little bit more comfortable, go up to those bigger 105 Clouds. Full torque now on speed mode 3, going up decent hill here, and we're at 27 kilometers an hour, full throttle. Really cruisy pace going up here, so I only lost a few kilometers. Let's see how we do on these bumps. Always a chance of rain on the sunny coast. Lucky this isn't going to be an extremely long range test. I think those clouds should hold off. Just noticed we've dropped down to 3 bars. We're at 5.6 kilometers. From memory, I think we're traveling pretty similar to the clouds. So we'll see what it does on the second half of the battery. I've noticed that top speeds dropped down a couple of kilometers an hour on the same speed mode. We're going about 28 kilometers an hour right now, down from the 30 that we started with. So we'll keep an eye on that. From memory, it did that on the last test slightly as well, and then dipped pretty hard at the end. Taking a short break to stretch the feet, 7 k's in. Something I do want to mention, if you have ridden a short board but it happens to be a hub board like a Meepo Mini 2, which I used to have, you would probably jump off a lot sooner than that 7 kilometer mark to stretch your feet. Don't let a hub motor board put you off 90mm wheels on a belt driven board. The difference is night and day in comfort, and I really didn't need to get off to have a stretch now, but I'm going to turn around and head back, so it's a good opportunity to do so. But yeah, just food for thought. Doesn't mean it's going to be an uncomfortable ride because the wheels are 90mm.
I'm a simple man, don't want a complication.
If you've made it to this point in the video, consider pausing. If you haven't already, subscribe, give this video a like. Really helps me justify spending money on these boards if I need any convincing, and building this channel and hopefully getting some more stuff for us to review one day and take a look at. Much appreciated. Cheers.
I'm a simple man, don't want a complication.
Yeah, I have to say I definitely prefer carving along with the 90mm wheels. My preference. I know that the Clouds do carve really well too, but I just feel these give you a really nice grip and they're nice and wide. So yeah, really liking them for stock wheels. Don't know if we can pick that rainbow up in the background. That's the direction I'm going in as well, so hopefully it's not too wet. Just got our first 25% voltage buzz on the remote, and we're at 12.2 k's. Went down to 1 bar when it showed that, but now it's gone back up to 2. So we'll make sure we're not too far from the starting destination and try to drain it down to 0, or close to it anyway. speed's maxing out at 24 kilometers an hour at the moment. What's that speed going up here, dropping to 22? Not bad. It's fairly steep hill, and we just got a 10% voltage warning. Still at 1 bar. Still got a good kick on that throttle though, so we're not dead yet. What's our distance? 13. So nearly at the same as a 105 Clouds. Yeah, these bumps definitely aren't as forgiving on these wheels. Max speed is 18 kilometers an hour right now, so we're definitely nearing the end. Quite quickly, I think. Still at 1 bar though. Currently cruising along at 10 kilometers an hour at 1 bar. So I'm gonna head back to the beginning and call it there. Maybe I'll walk, because now we're at 7. All right, we're at about 3 kilometers an hour. So we'll call it there, because that's no longer rideable, and we'll stop the range test and I'll check in. All right, good spot to end it there, I reckon anyway. We got a nice little seat for myself and the board. So yeah, we dropped down to 5 kilometers an hour, even 3, 4 on this path just now, and we are still at 1 bar, strangely. So there's been a little bit of strange activity on these range tests, nothing too crazy. But we had the battery dropping down 1 bar really quite quick on both tests, and they're certainly both charged at 100 on the day. But we've got to 15 kilometers on the remote. And what does it say on Relive? And Relive's saying 15 kilometers. So I'll show that map up at the end and see how that compares in terms of average speed to the Cloudwheels 105. But based on those stats, it got 1.5 to 2 kilometers extra range, just staying with the stock standard wheels. So that's really not too bad at all. So we got, yeah, about 3.5, 4 kilometers less, depending if you go off the remote or Relive, than the quoted 19 kilometers that we should be expecting. But keep in mind that was a 65 kilo rider riding on flat surface at 25 kilometers. So not only am I about 15 kilos heavier than that rider, I was riding at full throttle, so 30 kilometers, and it dropped down to about 26 as the battery went off at the end there. So I'm pretty impressed with that. I mean, if you're using the board for a short commute, I think that's really, really good, and you've got the Samsung battery, so you know it's going to be reliable. If you do need something more, I would say grab the bigger battery, but no, it's not going to be a Samsung one, so I can't speak for that reliability, and I haven't tried it. I do think the Cloudwheels are probably appropriate if you are gonna use the full range every time. I think they're a bit more, well, they're definitely a bit more comfortable going over any rough terrain or cracks or anything like that. But keep in mind that it does prop you up a little bit higher. So if you want to feel locked in and do a lot of carving, I think those 90mm wheels really do feel great on this board as well. So if you're on the fence, just grab how they come standard, see how that works for your needs, and then you can always grab some Clouds at a later date as well. Keep up to date, subscribe to me. I'm going to post a review as well on this board very soon and cover all the different options and stuff you can buy it with. But if you check the description below and follow the link, it's an affiliate link. It gives me a little kickback, as well as you can use the code Grizzly and save $10 US off your purchase. These boards are a really great value in my opinion, so they can't take too much off. $10, better than nothing. So cheers for watching, like, subscribe, comment, let me know if you've ridden this board or any Tynee boards, and yeah, catch you soon.